Alright, here's the next step of my project. Since my other one failed, I went ahead and used the plasma cutter and cut out this 1/4 inch thick silhouette of the battleship. I just put the decals on the front and the back. Right here by the camera is the back. You can see the rudder right here. And to seal it in, to make sure the decals don't come up, and just to make sure that this project doesn't fail, I'm going to clear coat it with epoxy. So I got epoxy here. I'm just going to pour it on here, and we're going to seal this bad boy with a clear coat of epoxy here. I hope I have enough. I might have to pour more. I hope I don't. And I'm just trying to be conservative with it as much as I can. I'm just doing a very thin layer on here. And earlier I did take a heating torch to this, and I went around the edges and kind of torched the edges just to give it a little burning, bluing effect here, which I think looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna just get all this out. If I have too much excess pour off, I can always pick it up from underneath the bottom and put it back on, which I'll see where I'm at here in a minute, if I will need to mix up more epoxy or not. But basically just get your stick on here and kind of just smear it around. This is my first time doing this, so hopefully this works. Unlike the last time, I was pretty ticked about that. If you missed that video, go look at it. It's called the Battleship Texas Fail. Fails in capital letters. And that project was coming out freaking sexy. And then it cracked on me. And I was pretty upset about it. I lost about $500 worth of material with epoxy and the wood and the resin, the everything. I was just bummed, really bummed about it. And then I put about 50 hours of work into it. Alright, so that looks like the whole surface is covered. I think now I'm going to go pop the bubbles, and that'll help also spread this out more evenly. It is self-leveling. But yeah, so this is basically plan B. There's some bubbles trapped in there I'm gonna have to get to. And I'm just trying to do a thin layer on the top to kind of seal it, just so it doesn't, I don't know, pop or cause it to crack. Because the next layer going above this will be epoxy as well for the top. I'm going to do another similar bottom layer of blue, and then I'm going to put this on top of the blue, so it's like sitting on the top of the water. And then I'll put a clear coat on top of that. So basically, the bottom layer is blue, the middle layer is pretty much just this little ship, and then it'll be clear after that. Anyway, I'm just trying to make sure I cover all the edges and stuff. It's gonna be hard to get in these little crevices and make sure these vertical edges are covered. I just want to make sure that there's no air pockets anywhere, because I don't like bubbles. Nobody wants a project that's got bubbles in it. Like right here, I can't get off this number. There, kind of smeared it over some. It's laying in pretty good. That's the only thing that sucks about this kind of going around all these little crevices in here, all these little cutouts and stuff. And actually what kind of sucked is whenever I actually plasma cut this ship out, the kerf of the plasma torch head was too big and actually cut off all the guns, or almost all the guns, so I had to take some scrap metal and cut them down by hand with a Dremel, or I'm sorry, not a Dremel, a cutoff wheel. And I made the guns and had to weld them on and then grind them down flush. But you can't even tell that they weren't cut out by the plasma gun or the plasma torch, whatever you want to call it. And then this bluing effect is pretty cool. It kind of helps make it look like it's supposed to be one solid piece that was cut out. I just hope that this project comes out good, because I was not expecting to have to redo another project, and times are crunching. I'm coming near my deadline here, and I'm trying to go as fast as slow as possible, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to hurry but still take my time, because slow is smooth, smooth is fast. I want the project to be great. I'd rather the project be perfect and late than early or on time and with error. Okay, I think that's all the surface there. Now on the bottom side, it's going to be sitting on top, so it should be alright. I'm going to watch it though. I think I may just pour it into, or not pour it, place it into the blue, as the blue is almost done curing. Pop some bubbles again. You gotta go quick because epoxy will burn. I mentioned that before in other videos. Epoxy does burn. It will yellow. If you sit on there for a while, it will actually it starts off at yellow and then it goes orange and then like a brown. I've done it one day just to test it to see what would happen, and it does. It looks pretty good. I think the only thing that you're seeing that's focus is the tail end though. Here, let me flip this around and I'll show you what I see. There, let's move that light a little bit. There we go. So there we go. Got Texas on the tail end with a 35. The rear two guns. Focus. Oh, I just poured this across here. That's what you're looking at down here. But we're focused on this right now. We got the front tower. Front two guns. All the way to the front end with the 35 on there for BB35. There's the middle gun. I just forgot to mention it, but it's right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these flag toothpicks like I did the other one, and I'm going to place it on here behind the main mast. So when it was when this ship was moving from San Jack to Galveston, it had a flag on there. And so I want to replicate that by putting the flag right here. Anyway, there you have it. Looks pretty cool, don't it? I like it. I just don't like it as much as my other project was, because the other one was really, really cool. I'm just bummed it didn't work out for me. But this is a pretty cool secondary piece, I guess you can call it, which I call my plan B. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll continue posting videos of this bad boy. If you look over here, I got the wood sealed, ready to go, and I'm about to put everything in that mold over there. And we'll get that blue layer poured in.